Bad Rubbish. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
we doing Spoooky.
I'm drunk.
I am hammered.
I had 2 beers of that 99 bananas.
I had 1 beer in the 99. I'm slam banged.
I'm quite confused on how I'm... we still got 2 movies to do.
Yeah, I can barely think straight.
Okay.
What do you got? What?
No, what do you got for The Beyond?
This is a movie.
Yeah.
Originally, I chose this movie.
Yeah, give them the backstory on this business.
And then you were like, hey, I'm watching From Beyond. And I was like, oh, okay. The Beyond? And you were like, no, what? I watched it already. And I said, oh.
You're like, I'm pretty sure it's from 1981. And I was like, well, certainly you mean the Jeffrey Combs movie from 1986.
Yeah, no, it turned out that wasn't the case. So I said, well, fuck it. I'll watch that. I watched it as a child. We all know how that went. And so you're like, well, heck, I want to watch this dang gum movie.
This one, I mean, I felt bad because...
I'm getting rid of Red Knight.
Deep Red,
and putting in The Beyond.
Well, I thought it was real fucked up to be like, hey, I watched the wrong movie, so we're not going to watch the movie you picked.
I didn't really care. I just picked it because it was from the 1980s.
I know. I felt like it was important for me to stand by your choice and watch this movie.
Well, and I liked it.
Yeah.
It is a wacky movie.
You sure did.
You hated it. And me for liking it. I got my pink slip. You don't like this movie?
I hate it.
Really?
So much.
It's so silly. I mean, like, the tarantula scene really does go on for way too long.
This is remember when I described the type of movie I hate?
Movies with black people?
Yes.
No,
Thank God there were none in this.
I don't remember you described. I know you like college movies with people in it.
Young people discovering life.
Yeah.
I don't like movies about the devil or about hell or about being trapped places and not being able to get out while there's like an evil presence keeping you there.
Did the end of this movie remind you of anything?
Jumanji? Star Wars?
The end of The Void. Remember that?
Oh, were they in that? Yeah, I guess.
They're in The Void?
Yeah. I like The Void much more than this.
This definitely seemed like an inspiration for The Void at the end there.
I almost think it doesn't even matter that we didn't watch Deep Red, because watching a Fulci movie made me remember that I hate these like Italian shit horror movies that I find wildly boring and are just like, check it out, we're gross.
It's weird because it is actually filmed in Louisiana.
Mama, now the gator got in the house. Now the gator!
But why? What?
And there are some American actors in it. But
well, I found that really confusing because I assume they shot in Italy where everything's dirt cheap.
They don't have swamps in Italy.
What about behind Lucas' house?
Or Plantain. What?
Did you see?
Everybody knows about behind Lucas' house.
Well, he's got swamps.
This movie had a budget estimated of $400,000.
How much? $400 is the budget? Is that what he said?
Yeah, times 100,000.
$400,000?
Yeah.
In 1981?
Yep. The year I was born.
I was born in 82. You're so old, it makes me sick.
I think this was actually released in March as well. It grossed $123,000.
That's not good.
The tagline for this movie, through the gates of hell they came, from the beyond. I love it. Grindhouse releasing?
Yeah, he relaunched it back in the 90s. Is that the official American release?
Yep.
Thank you, Quentin Tarantino. He likes it. He champions
well,
it.
So Bob...
Rolling Thunder. Isn't that the name of the... It's not Grindhouse.
Well, no. Bob Murawski of Grindhouse Releasing, who restored this film in 1998. He's a film editor, and he used a shot of the spider bite dream sequence in Spider-Man 2002. This is the second part of Lucio Fulci's
Gates of Hell
trilogy.
The Gates of Hell trilogy.
City of the Living Dead was the first one in 1980. This one, and then The House by the Cemetery, also in 81. This film was never seen in America in its uncut form until 1998, when Grindhouse Releasing tracked down the original master and restored the film, playing it at midnight shows at selected cities.
How come I say Rolling Thunder and you say Grindhouse?
Because that's who did it. Yeah. Quentin Tarantino's Rolling Thunder's Pictures released the restored DVD, as it was his favorite horror film when initially released in 1993.
When originally released in 1993? You said it didn't come out
83.
Until Okay.
Larry Ray, who plays the window cleaner.
Yeah. I like how he just becomes a fountain of blood when he hits the ground.
He was the head of the Louisiana Film Commission at the time, which is why he was probably like, hey, put me in this movie or your movie won't get made. Synopses? Liza Merrill.
Oh, you're reading it?
I don't know.
Yeah, go for it. I hate this movie.
Liza Merrill. Catriona. I wish you would, because these names are going to trip me up. Catriona McCall inherited a broken hotel in Louisiana, and with it, the kooky housekeeper Martha, Veronica Lazar, and Martha's dimwit son Arthur, Giampaolo Sarcarola. After discovering that a man named Schweik, Antoine St. John, died in the hotel,
Fuqua?
as told by a local blind gossip monger, Emily
Fisher.
Chingia Moriel, Liza teams up with local doctor and all-around cool guy, Dr. John McCabe, David Warbeck, to avenge the death of Joe the plumber, Giovanni Di Nava, and also close the gates of hell before being sucked into the beyond.
I'll tell you, a few things have made me angrier than watching him constantly shoot the zombies once, twice in the stomach.
What's wrong with him?
And then be like, okay, shoot the head. Okay, shooting in the head stops them completely.
I'm going to go back to the stomach.
Yeah.
I think
Let's keep trying it.
it's silly, for one, because he shoots them in the torso.
You freaked me out. I thought there was a spider and then there was a shape moving.
He does originally shoot them in the midsection.
Yeah.
And then in the head. And then he goes, oh, click, click, oh, I'm out of bullets. Oh, no. What do I do?
He had more bullets.
I'm going to go into this room. Oh, I have more bullets. I'll just keep shooting them again.
Do you know what? I would have saved those bullets to kill her and then myself.
Well, the funny part is you probably didn't notice this. But after she goes down to the morgue, but then comes back up in the elevator and he gets in it, he's reloading his gun. I don't know what's going on here. If he's just having a fun little bit here. He flips open the barrel so he can put the bullets in. But as the door is closing, he's behind the door. You can see he turns the gun around and he's starting to put a bullet down the barrel of the gun.
Oh, yeah, that's how you do it.
And then in the split second before the door closes, you could see her. She looks at him, sees what he does, and starts smiling right before the door closes.
Do you think it's like a joke between them or he's stupid?
Either he's so stupid and she's not, or at this point, yeah, he's just like doop-to-doo, and she sees that and has a good laugh. And they keep it in the movie. So the movie starts in like 1930?
1923, I think.
1930?
1927.
And some guys are on a boat with torches, and there's a guy in a hotel painting.
Real Frankenstein shit. We gotta go burn the monster.
And then as soon as the boats get ashore, cars pull up and other guys with torches come out.
Yeah. We need lots.
And so they go into the hotel, and Spike is painting.
Well, wait, how about the black guy that's like...
Oh, at the front desk?
Yeah, I'm a little worried about him, but they just go right past him.
He literally makes eye contact with every person walking past him.
He looks real scared and sweaty. Everybody's real sweaty.
But he's nonplussed as far as people barging in an angry mob and murdering the only person staying there.
I bet they got to kill that warlock upstairs.
At the same time, Liza is reading a book that keeps bandying about the Ernegon or something.
Ilardo?
Largringuini?
Iliarda.
Mein Kampf. It's hard to say. So they burst into his room and they start whipping him with a chain.
Yeah, they pull it away and he opens up and is bleeding.
Well, they hit him in the face with a chain and it just shreds his skin off.
Yeah.
He's bleeding.
I don't think that happens.
No, you'd be busted. But you're just not going to latch onto your skin and rip it off. And they hit him in his groin, and eventually they tie him up. They chain him up. They nail him up to the wall in the basement. They know how to go down to the basement, and there's a inscription on the wall that suggests this is one of the gates of hell.
He says, "I am the one keeping you safe. Do not do this."
Or what are you doing this to me? And they start throwing molten white stuff on him.
Acid.
Really hot soap. I don't know. And he's just melting.
Yeah, fucking...
Super gross.
Oh, boy. I don't like these gore movies, dude.
I wasn't expecting... I should have, but I wasn't expecting this. It just seems like a good excuse to make a movie to do the effects.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. And he's just melting, and I guess they just brick up that part of the hotel.
Guess.
Jump forward to 1981. And the main lady, she's inherited the hotel
The year of the Matrix.
Yeah. She inherited the hotel from her rich uncle, and it came with Martha and Stuart, who are the sexy maid and the dimwit bellhop.
Now, is Stuart her son?
Yes.
She is kind of the sexy lady.
Isn't she, though? It's latent, but bubbling under the surface.
It's specific when Joe the plumber shows up, and it's like, oh my God, are they going to fuck right here?
Because we don't know who she is. All of a sudden, Joe the plumber shows up. A painter, did the painter guy already fall?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Blonde Hair, we'll be done painting by this.
And all because of her eyes? That's what made him fall?
He sees a milky-eyed lady in the window.
I mean, the milky-eyed lady.
Well, it's A at this point, because we don't know who she is.
But she was the girl in the beginning of the movie, right?
But we don't know why she's milky.
Okay.
And has a seeing eye dog. Apparently, the state recognizes her milky eyes.
Rusty?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Probably.
No, it's like, it's Dickie. I think the dog's name is Dickie.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it is.
And so he's all busted up, and they're like, call the doctor. And
He's
doctor,
a fountain of fucking blood when he hits the ground. He's
Well, he
not
looks-
that high up. He falls on the grass, and it's just like, blah, blah, blah.
once they get him on the couch, he's like lacerated in the face and shit.
It's crazy.
And they're like, the doctor's coming. And the doctor comes, and he goes, he needs water. She goes, well, I ain't got none of that. We gotta get him to the hospital. Why the hell didn't we just take him to the hospital in the fucking first place?
But yeah, back then they certainly didn't know, hey, we shouldn't move somebody who might have a back or neck injury.
Joe the plumber shows up. He's got a Jesus Saves the World license plate.
He looks like he's ready to fuck. He's like a porno guy.
He is very much a porno guy. I love it because it's English dub, but a majority of the people are definitely speaking Italian.
Well, this is great because I watched the Italian version where it's all subtitles.
I just rented it on Amazon.
I was watching it and I was like, this is really weird. They're all speaking Italian, but it's clearly that they're supposed to be American.
The dub is hilarious because nobody's doing a Louisiana accent. And they're just trying to get the words in the mouth during its movement period, but not even trying to like at least try to match maybe the lip syncing.
Do they slip in like crawdad and gumbo?
Too much, to be honest. In the garden of good and evil, the crawdad.
Hey, mama, that Gator man back.
Get him on! Get that guy!
Gator over there. So he goes down there, and all of a sudden, this is when Martha presents herself. She just rushes up on them.
I know. It's like, oh, is she bad?
Who the fuck is this lady?
Oh, my God.
She goes, I'm bad.
Me and Joe have this sexual chemistry.
I laid some planks out for Joe to get over there.
I made this path just for him.
So he's like, chopping on a cigar. And then all of a sudden he gets up to a wall and there's water pouring out of it. So he takes it upon himself to just break the wall down.
Yeah, I gotta figure out where the water's coming from.
And he goes, oh, there's more planks back here. How the fuck did Martha get these planks behind a hidden brick wall? But whatever. And he starts walking over and he goes, oh shit, there's a guy crucified down here. I'm going to get really close to him with my face. Oh no, there's a hole in the wall and it's melting.
Yeah, that was another like, look at artifact. The water is making the bricks fall away.
It's like papier-mâché. Mâché?
Machi.
German. A hand reaches out and grabs him in his face and just starts crushing it. Pushes his eyeball out.
My God, the amount of eyeball things in this
This
movie.
is when Callie said, nope, I'm out. I'm eating a calzone over here.
This mostly did not like gross me out, but I knew it would frighten me as a child.
It made me giggle. This entire movie made me laugh. Because hell, yeah, at the time, shit. This probably would have made people throw up in the aisles.
I mean, I think this is Fulci's whole jam is like gore stuff.
This was the scene at the time.
I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah, big time. Planet Terror. Remember that? From the 70s?
Yeah. Planet Terror.
Dance, bitch!
Just crushes his face. But we don't find him till later. The doctor is at the morgue with Dr. Larry, who's got a brain machine. Hey, we found this corpse over at the 7-Door Hotel or whatever.
And how were they like, it's only 6 years old, but it's well preserved?
How are they like, he stayed in room 36? You're telling me there's 35 other rooms in this 2-story house?
Great question.
So Larry hooks up the brainometer to Spike's corpse brain, oatmeal face, and oh shit, nothing's happening. I'm going to leave the room. There's already 3 other corpses in there under plastic.
Yeah, a lot of dead bodies in Louisiana.
And as soon as he leaves the room, it starts beeping. Brainwave, brainwave, brainwave. And then they find Joe the plumber's dead body, and they bring that to the morgue. His wife shows up to dress him, which seems like something the mortician might do. and he's perfectly coiffed.
But she also brought her weird red-haired child with her.
Yeah, who's in the hallway. And then the wife looks at something that we aren't privy to and gets freaked out because the brainometer isn't going off at this point. No corpses are moving.
Isn't it? Doesn't she just look over at the other weird dead body?
I think but
The weird mossy fucked up
falls.
dead bodies.
And
I like how they're not skeletons. They just have like that weird fuzzy shit on them.
acid falls on her face?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Embalming acid?
She hits her. Yeah, why would there be acid in the embalming lab?
Just a huge fucking vial of it.
Melts her face. She's knocked out, doesn't wake up as the acid melts her face, and her daughter just stares and does not save her.
I wrote down the daughter's name. It's Jill, but the actress's name is Maria Pia Marsala, which I thought was a really cool name. She comes in because the mom's screaming, and she looks at her mother laying on the floor as this vat of acid is turning her into fucking Two-Face. And she's just standing there, all verklempt. Oh, no, what do I do? And then all of a sudden, just a sea-length shore of foamy brain gut water starts.
What we did is we got some baking soda and some vinegar and some red food coloring.
You ever seen a Hush Puppy slush puppy?
Why wouldn't she just like run around it? She's too scared. I thought she got eaten when she opens that cooler up and it's another dead body.
Yeah, no, so the water's moving towards her. She could easily run out the door. She came in, but she instead runs the other way.
Let me try to get into one of these dead body freezers to be safe.
I think the bodies start moving a little bit, maybe. And yeah, she opens up a door and a beard dead ice cave looking Iceman, he falls on her. That we're led to believe, but we don't see that. So then the blind lady almost gets ran over by the main lady when she's driving down the middle of a road on a bridge. And she goes, oh, take me to my house. And she goes, okay. And they go to her house. She starts playing a little fucking November Rain. And she goes, yeah, boy, spooky stuff. But it's not clear what. So then she runs into the doctor and he goes, hey, Toots, what are you doing? Hot nipples? And she goes, oh, I'm just, driving down the street. And he goes, yeah, you're talking about a blind lady that lives in a house? That's not true. That house is empty.
What?
Something. Martha dies. She's unclogging a bathtub.
Oh my God. Yeah, what? She's like, hey, this bathtub's full of black water.
I better get it out of there.
Yeah, let me put my hands in the tub and pull away whatever's there.
A big clump of hair.
And then the water goes down and it reveals Joe the plumber?
I don't think
or
that's...
just a guy.
A guy. Another oatmeal head. Now, her back is to the door.
Yeah.
He's rising slowly out of the bathtub.
She could have gotten out
All of a sudden, she starts turning, and he's turning with her, and now he's in front of the door.
Man, as soon as I saw that nail.
Because she saw, the main lady saw Schweik crucified in the room, and the doctor says, you're full of shit, you dumb idiot. What is it, your time of the month? I'm a doctor. And now the spikes are still in the wall, by the way.
The nails.
Jesus walks into a hotel, and he gives the innkeeper 3 nails, and he says,
can you put me up for the night?
Look what you've done to my sheets.
And Schweik, or whoever this dead guy is now, just jams Martha's head against the wall.
Oh, you think that's that guy?
I don't know who
but
it
that
is.
guy's like the protector. Well, yeah, I know. I assumed he was one of... Okay.
There's 7 corpses for hell.
So we get another eye popping out of the head. I really want to show this effect. Is it 3 times? Do we get 3 eyeballs?
There's this eyeball situation with the spiders. Arthur's murdered also at some point.
Who's Arthur?
Her son.
Oh, yeah. When does he die?
I don't know.
He's horny for
in
that
the water
lady.
At the end?
He wants to fuck the lady that has the hotel, right?
Oh, everybody does.
Yeah. He's like being real sweaty and weird in her
He's
bedroom at one point.
Always sweating, yeah. There's a guy who wants to fix up the house for no fee, but she doesn't want him to do it.
Who is that guy? He's like...
he's like a remodeler, but he also is a surveyor, maybe?
But he goes and looks for the blueprints for the house?
And he cannot believe his eyes.
I think this is the point where the subtitles disappear for me.
Well, even without them, I don't think it really makes any sense. Apparently, maybe the house is bigger than it should be.
Well, I think it's the extra space in the basement where the secret gate of hell.
Everything's X'd out. And he looks at it and he goes, "Meow."
And then?
It falls off a ladder.
Well, no, there's an exploding crash. But according to the Wikipedia page, an unseen force shoves him off the ladder.
Okay. He falls on the ground and spurts blood, I believe.
What do you think is wrong with him when he hits the ground?
He bashed his head against the floor.
Breaks his neck, apparently, according to the Wikipedia article.
But none of that really matters because here comes marching one real tarantula. and 3 fake tarantulas. Ding, 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 ding. This scene.
Those fake spiders are so amazingly stupid.
Well, and we didn't touch on this, but the score is utter bananas.
Yeah.
It's sort of funk disco. It's out of place regardless of what genre it is.
Yeah.
And the spiders take about 45 fucking minutes to reach him. And then another 45 minutes to climb up him. And then they just slowly start biting his face.
Yep. Close up on his lip.
His
as
lip.
Spider pierces it and blood starts pouring.
And it just clenches the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
This is back when people didn't realize tarantulas weren't violent or dangerous.
Yeah, they don't want anything to do with you. They walk funny.
They do.
They're like testing out what's going on.
Yeah.
Is this safe? Yeah.
That's why they're hairy. They're just feeling it. And they're getting into his eyeballs and really doing a number on him.
This is awful. It's so stupid.
Is he alive?
Yeah, his eyes are open. He's horrified. His neck is broken.
'Cause he's not
alive.
screaming.
Because his neck is broken. He's paralyzed.
So he's dead, I guess. They pull out his tongue, maybe. But the weird part is it pans up to the book that's on the floor.
Yeah.
And it in 3 consecutive shots, the house disappears.
Yep, it erases it from the blueprint.
At first, I'm like, it cut off the part that he was looking at. Interesting. Yeah. It's cutting off more.
All
of it's gone now? The house doesn't exist? Apparently, so the doctor, he goes into the blind lady's house. Now, her front door is green, and it has like those slats instead of a window or a screen. He pries it open.
With shears?
Yeah.
Big old chopper scissors.
And then it cuts to him inside, and the front door is not the door he just broke open.
Of course not.
It's just a regular door.
But then it's her house, but it's not her house. Nobody lives there.
Well, it is, but it's abandoned. But we see her in her house, and it's not abandoned.
And she's like 100 years old?
She should be. She's not, though. And he finds the book.
She's kind of hot, except for those creepy eyes.
The egg cream book. Yeah.
With those eyes, hey, between you and me, would those eyes turn you off?
I got to feel like those were extremely painful.
The contacts?
Yeah.
In 1981? Yeah, I'm sure.
Because they developed them for another film that we were watching that I commented on. Contacts of that nature. This probably was not anywhere near that level of production value.
No.
It's like they just.
Did you say it was $400?
$4.95.
Oh.
But he finds the book and he starts reading it. Oh, dear Lord, the gates of hell. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes to find the woman because she has a vision mare of some sort.
The woman, the main character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something happens and she's spooked.
What is it? Is this when she sees Schweiger up there, or does she see stuff in the basement?
That does happen. Maybe this is that. And the doctor, even though he just read this book, he's just like, you're a dumb woman.
Well, I don't have subtitles, so I don't know what's happening at this point.
He doesn't believe her at all.
It's nighttime, and it's upsetting and raining, and she's running around, and then he opens the door, and it's daytime.
Get a hold of yourself. He shakes her.
I mean, that's what you have to do, right?
I guess.
Shake him?
But he just read the book, and it's explained everything. And then he was in the morgue, and on one of the corpse's oatmeal arms, he sees the print of the devil from the book. But then he goes to see her, and he's just like, you're full of shit. I'm like, well, you just saw these things. You're doing research. Why aren't you all of a sudden believing her? And eventually what they come to determine is that there's 7 doors to hell, and once that opens up, everybody will be zombies.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they go down into the basement, and she goes, Arthur tried to kill me. Down here? Yeah, right over there. Right there where there's no Arthur? Yeah, it was really weird. I don't believe you. And then white light, a rush of air. Whoa. They're like, whoa, we're in the Matrix. And they run out. And now they're in hell.
No, what? You skipped the whole hospital sequence.
No, because from the house, they're driving to the hospital. She goes, this is very bizarre. Nobody's outside. He goes, yeah, that is kind of weird.
Okay, I got you.
And then they get to the hospital.
And it's empty except for mental patients and zombies.
Yeah, mental patients that feel like they're straight out of Hellraiser or The Void.
Why the fuck did we not watch Hellraiser, man?
Because you didn't want to.
Why did we pick garbage movies?
My movies are great. And this movie's fine, too.
I mean, I did pick worse movies than you. I'm quite disappointed.
I like this for reasons that probably, are personal, but...
I hate it.
I'm really digging it. It's so stupid.
And the great part is this movie's short, but right around the 45-minute mark, I thought I was closer to the end, and I saw that I was 45 minutes in and had about 40 minutes to go, and I was so upset.
I had that same feeling for another movie.
Yeah.
But so now, we're brains. And the doctor, it's funny because he goes, I need facts. I need rational facts to believe. And then he opens up his doctor desk drawer, and there's a fucking revolver in it.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, that's concrete facts, but...
So maybe they're not in hell because that guy's there? The other guy?
So, so then...
Is everybody in hell? The whole world is hell now.
They grab her hair through the window, and he's just like, fuck it. And that's when he learns, shoot him in the brain.
Yes.
But then moments later, he's shooting them in their stomach. Squibs are flying everywhere.
I hate it.
It's like, if you're that bad of a shot, just, admit it.
If you were in the zombie apocalypse with mental patients and zombies and gates of hell, would you kill yourself?
I'd keep one bullet.
Yeah, so you could when there's no hope left.
So I can shoot my peener.
Oh, so they can't make more use?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good idea.
And he goes, get into the elevator. And she gets into the elevator and he goes, oh shit, I'm cut off because I'm out of bullets. And she goes down because the elevator just goes right to the morgue. That's all it does.
Because ghosts do that?
Their office, the morgue.
But then it also goes up to the ground floor at one point?
That too, but only at that one point. So he's like, shit, I'm out of bullets and there's zombies everywhere. I'm going to go into this room. And then a big cleaver comes flying out of this partitioned room divider.
That other guy with the mustache, he was cut in half by some glass at some point or what?
Not in half. So Larry presents himself. Dr. McGavin, what the hell's going on here? And he goes, oh shit, Larry. And so the doctor is still just shooting guys in the stomach and the tits. We've already established.
Bullet to the brain shuts them down.
They fall very slowly, but they do fall.
Mental patients or the undead.
Or infants.
Can you call them mental patients?
Yeah.
Crazies?
Yes.
Okay.
Vegetables. But all of a sudden, they look at a door and it gets really bright and explodes. And the glass flies into Larry's head and kills him.
And he's dead?
They really linger on that, too. And then McGavin goes, oh, shit. I have an endless amount of bullets, though, suddenly. And he just starts...
You're going for a long time there, buddy.
And then the elevator opens because the lady, she finds Jill in the morgue.
Yeah, why is Jill back in the morgue? She was at
the funeral.
Right, but then she got golden eyes?
Yeah, at the funeral.
But why would she go back to the morgue?
I don't know. But she's down there and she's got her eyes closed. And Jill, come with me. Look at that dog. And they go back upstairs and they get the doctor, and this is when he does the weird bullet thing, and she loses her shit. And they go back downstairs, and corpses are everywhere. And all of a sudden, Jill starts strangling the main lady.
Yeah.
He turns around,
blows her
without missing a beat. He
blows her fucking head in.
Her
That's
face.
Crazy. The whole thing explodes.
Boom.
Poor Jill.
Oh my God.
She had to go.
And I thought, maybe she's a vessel. No.
What? She turns? She becomes bad? I thought the golden eyes meant you were good?
No, because the lady read the book and it golden-eyed her. And we see her.
And Jill gets golden-eyed at the funeral?
At her house that may or may not really exist.
And we forgot to talk about her.
And those ghosts show up.
Scooby-Doo's 13 Ghosts.
And she goes, no, I don't want to go. Leave me alone. Don't take me with you. And she goes, attack them, Dickie. Save me. And the dog's like, oh, okay. And he jumps up on him and starts biting on him. I got her, bitch. And then the ghosts disappear. And the dog comes up and he looks like he's been brained.
Okay, this dog.
And he saves her, I guess. But he also looks like he's covered in brains and maybe his brain is open.
What? Did the zombies do anything to him?
I don't know. So she goes, oh, Dickie, you're my favorite. And he goes, you think so?
Now I'm a rubber puppet.
Rah! And he just starts biting her throat. Give me that fucking throat. And he just tears it out of her.
That was very sexual.
Dickie. And then he goes, oh, you know what else? He starts biting her ear. Give me that. Lend me your ear. And he rips off her ear.
I don't think he's going to give it back, so it's not a lending. And then he pees on her face. Yep.
Where's that peanut butter you always put on your pussy?
And then her face melts because his urine is acid, and we got to get a lot of face meltings in.
So they're the doctor and the lady run out of the room and go into a dark door and down some stairs.
Oh man,
we're in the basement.
Why didn't we go at the front door of the hospital? We went through this other door, and now we're back in the basement, miles away.
How did this happen? I don't know. Let's run down this way.
Yeah.
Because there's a light. And they go through the light, and now they're in the painting. There's dead bodies strewn about everywhere. And they hear a voiceover.
Hell is on earth. What? Hey. What are those voices? Are those voices just saying their names?
Yeah. Dr. Elliot McCabe. Liza.
Is that what they're really saying? They call him Dr. Elliot McCabe? That's what...
Resident of 240 Long Street.
So they're in hell.
Yeah.
They can't get out.
Oh, and they turn around. Oh, no, the door is closed behind us.
Oh, man, everything looks exactly the same everywhere.
And then they run a little bit more.
And then their eyes turn gold.
Yeah, they go, oh, this.
And then they disappear.
They do.
And the movie sucks.
And I thought it was silly. I thought it was enjoyable in like a real hipster way.
I didn't care about the story. I didn't care about the characters. It was so fucking boring, and I don't like gore like that. Like, you can shock me with some gore at like a surprising moment. I'm like, whoa, that was awesome. But when it's just, like you said, basically the whole movie's structured around, it's like Mission Impossible. Instead of being awesome action set pieces, it's like, the fucking face melts here. We got to figure out how we get to the face melting.
The problem with the gore is that it just makes me go, I wonder how they did that. And then I sit and think how they did it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You sat and thought about that?
Mm-hmm. Like, it seems like maybe baking soda. What would that eat through?
Correct.
What would they do with that?
How about when they had that guy's like chest open, and you're like, well, clearly you just put a little bit of fake skin over his actual chest, and I suspect that there is actual chest hair in that opening.
Well, everybody knows hearts are hairy.
That's true.
So yeah, that's where I came from. The music really wasn't suited for this, and then I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I wonder what do they do for that? I could care less about what's going on. It's who cares? But the effects were entertaining.
I feel like every time we try to do horror movies, we both come away from it going, well, I actually don't think I like horror movies that much. We should not do this next year.
Yeah, we're going to do it next year.
Yeah, we will. Can you give me a rating?
For this movie, I give it a 5.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's silly. There's a lot of dubbing, and the effects are interesting. What do you give it?
I don't even know if I should be allowed to rate it because, I mean, I hate it. On like a personal level, it was like probably a 3.
You would much rather watch Monument Avenue than this?
I don't know. I feel bad. Like, say I give it a 3. Like, personally, that was my experience watching it. I feel like other people, I understand that they could get stuff out of this. It does not work on me. Everything about it rubs me the wrong way. I fucking hate it.
No worries about that, man.
3!
Dope. So we spooked.
We spooked. Did it give you a spooky feeling?
It did.
Yeah, I like how that's like the barometer now. It really did give you a spooky feeling?
No, absolutely not. It made me giggle quite often. It's the kind of movie that I watch where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised that Callie didn't want to watch it and rib it with me, but...
Anyways, you can find us on Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, We Doing Filmographies, X/Twitters, Do Filmographies. Email us at wedoingfilmographies@gmail.com.
We got a hotline.
763-634-1897. Tell us about how I am an asshole for not liking The Beyond by... What's this guy's name? Is it Luca Fulci? What's his fucking name?
It's, I forget his name.
Luca Brazzi?
NowPlayNetwork.net.
Yeah, go ahead and check out other cool podcasts on NowPlayingNetwork.net. Music, movies, great
dogs.
podcasts. We are there too. They got dogs. Mm-hmm. If you go to that website, a dog comes out of your monitor, and you have to pet it. If you don't
bite your throat.
If you don't pet it, it's like The Ring. 7 days later, it comes back, and your jaw falls off.
Yeah.
Go ahead and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. If you do that, you can go ahead and pick out a movie, and we'll review it for you on this as an episode. That's pretty cool. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's it. Right? You got something? You got a spooky thought?
No.
We'll see you tomorrow with another spooky, right?
Yeah, the last 2 or the first 3.
Who knows? Snip it off. It doesn't work. Bye.